Hello everybody, my name is Gary Clark, Director of Undergraduate Admission here at UCLA. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and get to know UCLA. I'd certainly love to be able to welcome you to campus in person, put you in front of our tour guides, take you through some of the buildings, help you meet some of our faculty, staff, and students. But we're not able to do that due to COVID-19 right now. But I do want to say that we've taken a lot of time to put together this video to really introduce you to who we are as an institution, what we can offer you both in and outside of the classroom, the opportunities to engage with students outside of class through clubs and organizations and in our community, and how we really support our students as undergraduates here at UCLA. So thanks for taking the time to view this. I hope when you complete this video, you'll stay in touch with us and learn more about UCLA and let us know of any questions that you might have, and we look forward to staying in touch.
Greetings, beautiful people. My name is DeVon Walker, Assistant Director for African American Recruitment here at UCLA. Thank you for joining us. Right now, we are in the Bruin Plaza. Behind me is the strong and proud Bruin Bear, our mascot, our symbol of pride and optimism for UCLA. You see the John Wooden Center right over here where our students are able to work out and get their health in. And then behind us is Ackerman Union, where a lot of student life activities happen, and where the bookstore is. Today we're going to go over some on-campus student life activities, starting off with housing, then we're going to talk about student orgs, and then a little bit about athletics. So if you head up this way on Bruin Walk, what's going to happen is you're going to see kind of the hustle and bustle of UCLA, students passing out flyers, giving out free pizza and Krispy Kreme donuts, all that amazing stuff. If you head north up Bruin Walk, you're then going to run into our residential community, which we humbly call the Hill. So on the Hill, and we want a little bit of engagement. You can blink once if you plan to live on campus, blink twice if you don't plan to live on campus. But on the Hill, you are not required to live there. If you don't want to, we completely understand. There's going to be a lot of different reasons why you want to live on campus. One, you avoid traffic, right? Because if you're living on campus, you don't need to necessarily drive. You're close to your classes, close to research, and close to all your study sessions. The second reason why you want to live on the Hill is we have living, learning communities on our campus where you can engage in a particular culture, you can engage in a passion like sustainability, or even your major like engineering. And then number three, we have faculty in residence on campus. So if you want to engage deeper with your professors and be able to learn past what you're learning in the classroom, you can also engage with them. They're going to be living in the dorms or in the residential communities with you. And number four, because this is kind of extra credit, the food is amazing on the Hill. We have residential dining halls that are just so delicious. But when you're not on campus with all your beautiful people, you are also going to be engaged in student orgs and student activities. At UCLA, we have over 1,400 different student organizations, from Quidditch Club to Pre-Law Association to Deep Thought Club to Interviewing Club. No, I'm just kidding. I made that one up. But if you come to UCLA and you want to create your own organization, all it takes is yourself and 3 other students. And you can create any student org that you want to dive into your passion and to create lifelong memories and friends on campus. So we also have intramural sports on campus. So if you want to play volleyball, you want to play basketball, you want to do swimming, there's ways that you can get involved on campus, either really competitively or just for fun. If you want to go real competitive, you know the UCLA Bruins are Division I in our sport. So you can either compete in Pauley Pavilion or you can be in the crowd yelling, "Go Bruins!" during the game. Either way, choice is yours.
Hey everyone, my name is Scott Wilson. I'm an assistant director at UCLA Undergraduate Admission. In the office, I am one of the high school recruiters, so I travel throughout Los Angeles County, the California Central Valley, and travel to New York and New Jersey as well. I'm standing today in Dixon Court on the UCLA campus. Right behind me, you see Perloff Hall, a part of our School of the Arts and Architecture. And to my left, you have Dodd Hall, which is home to several of our departments in the humanities. Today we're going to talk about academics. There's three main things I'm going to go through today. First, I'm going to talk through majors and minors. Second, I'm going to talk through research opportunities. And then lastly, we'll end it talking about classroom experiences for students on campus. To start off, I want to talk about academic majors and the opportunities that we have within the various different colleges and schools at UCLA. We have over 125 unique majors spread across 8 different colleges and schools. Our largest and most popular is our College of Letters and Science, which houses some of our more commonly known majors, such as psychology, English, biology, and political science. We also have 7 professional schools at UCLA that offer degrees for undergraduate students as well. This includes our School of the Arts and Architecture, our School of Music, and our School of Theater, Film, and Television. It also includes our School of Public Affairs, which recently began offering a public affairs major for undergraduate students. It includes our School of Nursing, and we are one of 2 UCs that offer a nursing major. It includes our School of Engineering, and finally, and most recently, it includes our Graduate School of Information Science and Education, which just began offering an education major for undergraduate students. At UCLA, you are able to double major, you're able to double minor, and we offer more than 90 different minors that students are able to choose from as well. Our majors are also constantly growing in new and emerging fields. Over the past couple of years, we've offered new majors in our College of Letters and Science, such as climate science and data theory. The second thing I want to talk to you all about today is research opportunities. Research is a big focus in the UC system, and in fact, one of the 3 pillars of UC's mission is research. By the time over half of our undergraduate students on campus graduate, they will have participated in some sort of a research project on campus. That might be a faculty-led research project, but it could also be an independent research project. So if there's a question that you want to answer and you want the support of UCLA's faculty and resources behind you, you'll have opportunities to do that. There's also a lot of support to help our undergraduates find and connect with research with faculty on campus as well. We have 2 undergraduate research centers. One of those research centers is geared to those of you interested in doing research in the STEM fields. So if you have an interest in biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, there is a research center that you can go to that's staffed with professional staff that are there to help connect you and help you apply to different research opportunities. However, we also realize that research isn't just geared around the STEM fields. So if you have an interest in the humanities or the social sciences or the arts, we have a second undergraduate research center that's staffed with professional staff to connect you with research opportunities in those areas as well. The third and final academic experience that I want to talk to you all about today is the classroom experience at UCLA. At UCLA, we have over 30,000 undergraduate students, so we are definitely a large and urban campus. However, that doesn't mean that every class that you take at UCLA is going to be a large lecture. In fact, 2/3 of our courses will have less than 30 students in them. So the vast majority of your time spent in a classroom at UCLA over your 4 years is going to be spent interacting with your classmates, interacting with your faculty as well. We do have some unique classroom experiences that we've developed specifically for our incoming first-year students. One is called a Fiat Lux Seminar. The second one is the UCLA Cluster Program. A Fiat Lux Seminar is a small 1-unit credit class that are taught by some of our esteemed faculty from all across campus from all different departments. These are designed to help students acclimate to the UCLA academic experience by being in a classroom setting that is capped at 20 students. It's also designed to help you start interacting with faculty and building relationships with faculty as well. The second classroom experience that we've designed specifically for first-year students is the Cluster Program, and that's a uniquely UCLA academic experience. The UCLA classroom experience is a common theme, multidisciplinary course. Common theme meaning that instead of picking one individual subject, such as math or science or English, you'll choose a theme. And UCLA offers over 16 different themes each year. Once you've chosen your theme, you're going to be team taught by a team of faculty who come from different departments across our campus. So that's where the multidisciplinary approach comes in. So in a cluster, you'll be with the same cohort of students and you'll be with the same faculty members for your entire first year on campus. So it makes transitioning from high school to UCLA a little bit easier because you'll be surrounded by the same people for your entire first year.
Hi everyone, my name is Eittreim and I'm an admission officer with our transfer recruitment team here at UCLA's undergraduate admission. I specifically work with our transfer student population, which are students wanting to transfer from a California community college to UCLA. Currently, we are standing in North Campus in the Franklin D. Murphy Sculpture Garden, where we're near our School of Theater, Film, and Television, as well as our School of Arts and Architecture. This is a grassy area in the middle of LA where students are basically able to study, lounge, and just hang out in between class. Today, I want to talk to you about different transfer resources that we offer for our transfer students at UCLA. With 1/3 of our student population consisting of transfer students, UCLA strives to make sure that our Bruin transfers have the resources and tools that help for an easy transition, as well as help them graduate on time. The first resource I want to talk about is our Transfer Student Center. The Transfer Student Center is the central hub for all things transfer at UCLA. With their own center on campus in Kirkhoff Hall, it is a place for transfer students to go meet other transfer students, lounge between class, study, work on group projects, and come to different events that the Transfer Student Center puts on. One of these events is actually office hours, where they bring in different campus offices to do one-on-one advising with their different transfer students. Some of these offices include academic support systems, financial aid, study abroad, student legal services, as well as our counseling and psychological services. Another program our Transfer Student Center puts on is our mentorship program, where newly admitted transfer students can actually sign up to get a student mentor, which is a transfer student that has completed their first year, has completed their transition, and is eager and willing to help them get that one-on-one peer support to make a successful transition to UCLA. And lastly, the Transfer Student Center has an incredible social media presence. With a Facebook group of over 20,000 current and former UCLA transfer students, it's a place for students to find transfers on that online community, answer questions, get their questions answered, and also just be in the know about all things transfer happening at UCLA. The next resource that I'd like to talk about is our Academic Advancement Program, otherwise known as AAP. AAP is the nation's largest university-based, multicultural, multi-ethnic, multiracial student diversity program. They have the mission to advocate and facilitate access, promote academic success, and promote graduation for students who come from historically underrepresented backgrounds in higher education. In order to do so, they have a variety of programs, but the program I want to talk about is our Transfer Summer Program, otherwise known as TSP. TSP is a program that is open to our newly admitted transfer students to actually enroll in 3 university courses that'll count to graduation, and students get to take those this summer before starting school in the fall. In those courses, they receive one-on-one attention from faculty, TAs, and tutors, and get to meet other transfer students that come from a variety of different cultures and backgrounds. And one of the biggest perks is they actually get to live in our campus dorms. And the last transfer resource that I'd like to talk about is our transfer residence halls and living options. The first is the Transfer Experience Learning Living Community, which is a building dedicated solely to housing transfer students, and they actually have transfer resident assistants, or RAs. They also put on transfer-specific programming, including transfer tailgates, transfer bonfires, and the occasional ice cream movie night socials. Lastly, another transfer housing option we offer is our family housing, which is in our university village. So if you are a transfer student that has a dependent or a spouse that you need to live with, you can choose the family housing option. So as you can see, we offer many different resources for our transfer students, and UCLA knows that our transfer students come from a variety of different backgrounds. So UCLA really strives to make sure that our transfer students have the right necessary tools and resources to be successful transfer Bruins.
Hey y'all, DeVon again. This time we are in front of Royce Hall, one of the UCLA's iconic buildings and our original 4 buildings on the campus. And if you don't know, UCLA is nestled between Brentwood, Beverly Hills, and the home of the Fresh Prince himself, Bel Air. Now, we're also about 5 miles away from local beaches, so if you want to go to Santa Monica Beach or you want to go and get your tan on, that is available to you as well. Los Angeles is also the center of arts and entertainment with almost 1,000 museums. To name a few, we have the Getty Museum, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, and of course, there is the Walt Disney Concert Hall as well. So whether you are personally involved in art or you just appreciate looking at it, there's tons of things for you to see. If you are in the tech world, UCLA is situated very close to Silicon Beach, home of really big tech companies like Boeing, Google, Hulu, YouTube, and Snap Inc., and many more. There's also a growing startup community in Silicon Beach, where there's small teams with big dreams, just like you. Fun fact, UCLA has an amazing department called Startup UCLA, where if you as a student, you have an idea and you want to take it into a reality, there's a team of venture consultants and mentors to help you make that dream come true. Besides that, if you're a person that maybe wants to stay a little bit closer to campus, there's Westwood Village, just a few blocks south of UCLA. Here you can go to museums, movie theaters, nail shops, hair shops, and every Thursday there is a farmer's market. So there's always something to do, whether you're on campus or you're in the city of LA as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Erika Perez and I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions at UCLA. As you can see, we are standing here in front of the undergraduate admissions lobby. I specifically serve transfer students who are applying from Northern and Southern California community colleges. When we review transfer applicants at UCLA, we use a process called holistic review that consists of 3 components. The first component of UCLA's holistic review process is your academic accomplishments, and this is one of the most important parts of your application. Students must meet the minimum course requirements. This includes the 7-course pattern, your 2 English composition courses, your 1 transferable math course, and your 4 courses from 2 different subject areas. In addition to that, you must complete 60 semester units or 90 quarter units by the end of spring prior to transferring. You must complete all of the major preparation coursework for your major. You are required to have a minimum of a 3.2 GPA, except it may vary per specialty school and by major. We recommend that you surpass the minimum GPA. The second component of UCLA's holistic review process is your personal achievements. In this section, we are looking beyond your academics. This can be a variety of things, and we understand that transfer students come from diverse background experiences. You can consider form of employment. Maybe you're working part-time, you're working full-time, while balancing courses to family responsibilities, to school clubs or organizations involvement, or maybe even special talents. For those of you who don't think you have enough activities listed, don't worry about it. Just tell us what you're doing outside of your academics. The third component of the UCLA's holistic review process is the personal insight questions. There is 1 required question you must answer. You must choose 3 out of 7 additional questions. Each response is limited to a maximum of 350 words. Which 3 questions out of the 7 you choose is totally up to you. We want to make sure that you choose questions that are most relevant to you and that best fit you, the individual applicant. This is an opportunity for you to advocate for yourself, to tell us about your experiences, any challenges, any limitations, your passion, and perhaps any achievements. Please note that all questions are equal and are given equal consideration in the application review process. The application opens August 1st. The application filing period is from November 1st to November 30th. For those of you applying to our specialty schools, don't forget to check out deadlines, as you may have to submit supplemental applications and additional materials. And this technically happens after the UC application deadline. Just a friendly reminder, don't forget to submit your transfer academic update. Beginning January 8th, you will be able to submit a transfer academic update, which you will be able to report your fall grades, including any in progress or planned coursework that may be pending. Fall admission decisions for transfer applicants will be released mid-April. The deadline for admitted transfer students to submit their statement of intent to register is June 1st. We look forward to reading your applications, and we look forward to seeing you here at UCLA.
Hi, my name is Linda Lopez, and I'm the Financial Aid Outreach Supervisor here at UCLA. And I want to mention that everyone here in the Financial Aid office is here to help you apply for college and apply for financial aid. So how do you apply for financial aid? You will need to complete 1 of 2 applications. One of them is the FAFSA, which stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and the other is the DREAM app, which is for undocumented students. Both of these applications open on October 1st, and the priority deadline is March 2nd. We highly encourage you to complete your application before March 2nd in order for you to receive the maximum amount of financial aid possible. Once you're admitted to UCLA, you will have access to a lot of different resources, and one of them, in my opinion, is really important. It will be having your own financial aid counselor who will process your financial aid and who will be available to help you and answer any questions that you might have while you're a student at UCLA. The other resource is the Scholarship Resource Center, and you can find a lot of information about them on the financial aid website.
Hi everyone, my name is David Franco. I'm an incoming 4th-year sociology major with a minor in film. I'm from Bellflower, California. So right now we're in front of Kaplan Hall, which is one of UCLA's first original 4 buildings when it was established about 100 years ago, which is pretty amazing.
Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey. I am a 3rd-year psychology major and society and genetics minor from Chicago, Illinois. We are currently standing underneath one of the most iconic and oldest buildings on UCLA's campus, Royce Hall.
So in terms of academics, I think some of my favorite experiences at UCLA have been the fact that I've still found really, really amazing experiences just in the classroom in my general curriculum. So just really wonderful professors that were so passionate about what they do and really show that they care about the students. Those honestly have been some of my greatest experiences in terms of academics at UCLA.
So one of the best things about UCLA is there are tons of ways to explore other academic endeavors outside of what you're majoring or minoring in. At UCLA, we offer something called Fiat Luxes, which are seminar classes. So my freshman year, I took a class on deep sea ecology and marine biology, and I was able to learn about deep sea creatures, deep sea diving, things that I wouldn't be able to explore within my normal major. So UCLA just really wants to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the things it has to offer academic-wise, and Fiat Luxes have been one of my favorite experiences about it so far. One of my favorite experiences at UCLA to date has been participating in intramural sports. I played soccer competitively all throughout my life, and I knew I wanted to continue that when I got here, but I didn't want the pressure of like a high intensity team. So my freshman year, I put myself out there. I joined a team with a bunch of strangers who ended up becoming my best friends, and we actually went on to win the IM championship 2 years in a row. It's just a really great way to stay active, to explore new areas of campus, and to meet new people. And I can't say that my experience at UCLA would be the same without it.
So in terms of my social experience at UCLA, I think what I've enjoyed the most is that there's not really like one single pinpoint like experience that I can name, but more generally the overarching picture of all the different things that these social experiences have led me to. Through all the different organizations and clubs and jobs that I've worked at UCLA, I have found, first of all, really, really amazing people that are now some of my best friends in the entire world. I have found what I'm really, really passionate about, what I want to do in the future, and none of this was necessarily found inside the classroom, but outside the classroom and through the general UCLA community, which is also really, really amazing. The way that I found a sense of community in the really large UCLA community is, and bear with me because this might sound a little bit lame, but by being myself. Maybe, if you're in high school or just a little bit younger, isn't something you're necessarily comfortable with, which is completely okay. That's exactly how I was. But upon arriving to UCLA, I really felt like a lot of the different clubs and organizations on campus really resonate with students who are their authentic selves. And I think that that's really, really amazing that you can come to UCLA and be exactly who you've always wanted to be, and people are going to love you for that and accept you for that.
So I wholeheartedly believe that you can't make a small school big, but you can make a big school small. UCLA does this by offering you tons of different avenues to get involved in the things you like to do. When you push yourself and you go out there to join clubs, pursue research opportunities, find a new job. By doing that, you're creating a smaller community for yourself. And the best part about these small communities is you can spread yourself throughout campus and have communities in different corners of parts of campus. So I'm in something over here and I'm in something over there, and they've all allowed me to meet tons of new people and really shape my experience at UCLA. My biggest tip for future applicants is to tell your own story. I think during the college application process, you get caught up in standing out from the crowd and setting yourself apart, but all of us are unique and all of us have our own story to tell, especially with the UCLA application, to demonstrate different parts of your personality, your experience at home, whatever it might be. This really allows you to showcase yourself and tell UCLA about who you are and why you belong on campus.
So the big tip that I would give to any students applying to UCLA in the future, I think it would be to definitely stay true to yourself on the application. You don't want to try too hard to sound like what you think the ideal college student sounds like on paper. The best person that you can be on that paper is yourself, and expressing yourself the best way that you possibly can through the essays, through the extracurriculars, through the stories that you have to tell. So don't worry about sounding like this person who is meant to go to college, because in the end, UCLA is going to pick you for you and not for who you think that UCLA wants to choose.
So I chose UCLA for a multitude of reasons. It's amazing that we're located in beautiful, sunny California, but also I was so looking forward to taking advantage of all the resources UCLA has to offer in terms of research opportunities, ways to meet new people, find things that you're passionate about.
The reason that I chose UCLA was definitely because of the reputation and prestige that the school holds. I honestly don't think that there's anywhere that you go where if you drop the name UCLA, anybody doesn't know what you're talking about, and immediately they associate it with amazing academics and a wonderful student body, and I knew coming in immediately that that's what I was going to be a part of.
I knew from the second that I stepped onto this campus that it felt like home. Every single person at UCLA brings a different experience, a different background to the table, and it's really helped me grow immensely as a person, and I can't imagine myself anywhere else.